Okay, welcome back again, Eagles fans. Sorry about that. Had a slow internet connection. You see the hopper out there to Erie at shortstop. She gobbles it up. I can also verify that is the 22nd stolen base for Cali this year. Sydney hops one foul. We're back rolling again. We'll see how solid my phone's connection is because our hotspot is no bueno tonight.
It's not hot.
It's not hot at all. It's quite cold. And the phone appears to be just semi-okay at best. So Sid's behind 0-2. Pitcher asked for time. No, just a request for time. So Sydney pops that one up down the right field line, and it's going to get down in foul territory, so she'll get to see another pitch.
No balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Runner on second.
Yeah, we're still batting number 12, Talon Lawrence. No, we're not on. Actually, we are. Now batting for your Lady Eagles, number 32, Julie Johnson. Courtesy runner into the game, number 15, Brooke Crisp. All right, so we're live, but with delays. We're just gonna. Okay, so I verified that we are live, kind of, to a certain extent. And we'll just do our best we can with what we have to work with. It's not going to be the best broadcast tonight, and I apologize for anybody at home. But it's what we're going to have for this evening. So Julie Johnson fouls the first pitch off. Prior to that was Talon Lawrence with the base hit over the center fielder's head that scored Sydney Johnson, and Sydney had hit off the wall out there that almost got out of the park that scored Callie Erie, who had walked. So the Eagles lead it 2-0 here in the bottom of the first, and Johnson, that one comes off the bat kind of weird, Kobe. I don't even know where she hit it. It was almost like it was on the handle, but then it kind of sounded like it was on the end of the bat, too.
Seemed like to me, of course, she was way out in front of it and just kind of hit it at a bad angle on the end of her bat.
Okay. I'll go with that.
Sounded good, didn't it?
Hey, I like it. Ball and 2 strikes on Juju. Eagles lead it 2-0. No outs.
up and doing a good job over fielding that ball.
Coach Morris, 1 for 1 on the day.
Yeah.
That pitch is upstairs. Julie takes it. She's an aggressive hitter, Kobe, but she's developed a little bit of what is the word I'm looking for?
Matured.
Patience. Yeah, definitely matured. Discipline. Well, hey, and that's right back to the aggressiveness, and you can't fault the freshman for going after it. I think we're all going to have to really adjust our timing from what we were batting against on Friday evening.
I think so as well.
Now batting number 25, Gracie Kimbrell.
Something else to consider as well, Corey, is she has played at a high level of tournament ball.
Right.
Even with that, from what I've seen, the umps are more forgiving in tournament ball. And if you get in high school ball, you better be painting some corners. And
sure.
Then the strike zone gets a little bit smaller, and that's a big adjustment. But she's adjusted well to that.
Gracie drives one into right field. It's mishandled by the right fielder. It was going to be a base hit either way. Kimbrell stays at first. Chris scores, and Faith Johnson's going to be the batter.
Up next for your Lady Eagles, number 20, Faith Johnson. Courtesy runner into the game, number 2, Jordan Alexander.
Faith Johnson bats. Jordan Alexander's in to run for Gracie Kimbrell. Faith shows bunt, pulls it back. It was just a ploy to get Jordan down to second. She steals the base with ease, and the pitch is called a strike on Faith, so she's behind 0-1.
I feel like we can get that base all night long, Corey. Catcher's got a good arm, so much takes an extra crow hop step in there, which kind of slows it down a little bit. So.
Yes, 100% right, Kobe. I think we can take second base with ease. That's a smash by Faith right back up the middle. Center fielder misplays it. Jordan's going to score easy. Faith's rolling to third. She's going to have a chance to get 4 here, and Coach Sullivan's going to hold her up there at third. So the Eagles lead at 4-0, and Marley Hinesley will be the batter.
Up next for your Lady Eagles, number 14, Marley Hinesley.
This is shaping up to be one of those shortened games, I would think.
Hope so. You know, you want a competitive game, but, you know, we had 2 games against Greenbrier the other night that had one really competitive game and the other wasn't very competitive. So, you know, leading into a conference tournament, you kind of want to get the wheels going a little bit. And seems like the first inning here. Hit it hard.
Yeah, you know, you'd like to get your lineup turned over a couple of times and get everybody a couple of at bats and go ahead and get out of this one. If I am understanding everything correctly, as you see the called strike on Marley there, she's behind 1 ball and 2 strikes in the count, 1 out, and Faith Johnson's on third. But Faith scores. Marley goes to second, and his first name's Jared, but I forget his last name. What's the Maumelle coach's name? I can't remember his last name. Anyways, the Maumelle coach wants a timeout. So what I was saying was, if I'm thinking correctly on all of the standings, if we win here tonight, we should be the number 2 on our half of the 5A West Conference, and that would set up for Alma to come to Vilonia on Monday evening for the first round of the conference game.
That's not the way I looked at it on Max Stretch.
So, okay, so I'm getting other information here that says maybe that Coach Sullivan was thinking that the highest we could be was a 3. So, here's what I had looked at. If we had won 2 games tonight, we would have been tied for the same exact conference record with Morrilton, and we beat Morrilton by more runs than they beat us. And I would have thought we would have gotten the number 2. So maybe I'm misinformed, and maybe just playing 1 game tonight is keeping us from being able to get tied. So.
Sounds like a lot of conspiracy.
I think so. I don't like it.
Now batting number 4, Kylie Linton.
So Linton bats. Score's actually 6-0. I'm going to get that updated, and I'm going to quit talking about conference tournament scenarios because I apparently don't know. I thought we were going to end up. I thought we were going to end up with a 2, and Alma was going to come here. Now, if we end up with a 3, we're going to go to Harrison Monday. And I'm not looking forward to that because I just got back from Harrison at this morning, actually, about 12:05.
Really?
Yeah.
Do tell.
One moment, please.
Up next for your Lady Eagles, number 10, Callie Erie.
Conference track meet. I got there at about 11:30 yesterday morning, and I left out of there close to 10 o'clock last night. Of course, had to eat, had to stop and go to the restroom, and Erie has her an infield base hit.
Erie lays down. I'll go ahead since Corey's daughter says that. Callie just laid down a beautiful bunt down the first base line and beat it out. So great job by her on it. I suspect that she'll be at second base on the next pitch.
Up next for the Lady Eagles, number 31, Sydney Johnson.
It was a pretty good bunt. Sid swings at the first pitch. Callie takes off. That's number 23.
I think Paige is at 22 when I last looked.
All right, yeah. I didn't check her stolen base stats. I'm sorry about that. I'll do better next time.
It's at the very bottom of it.
Oh,
that's
okay.
where you're missing. You got to scroll down a little bit.
It's one of those hidden stats.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go with that. So Sydney with an 0-1 count. Oh, come on now.
In between innings, don't forget, let us know. Give us some details on the track, how we're looking. And, I heard the Eagles won the conference, boys and girls.
Right.
Is that right?
Yeah, we'll talk about that when this inning rolls over. Pitches way outside to Sid, and that's been kind of the way that Maumelle has pitched us is if we get 2 strikes, they're going to throw it out there in the other batter's box, and it might be a little over-aggressive on trying to get us to chase. Sydney swings and misses, and Callie's got another stolen base, and she is going to take home on the errant throw. So another stolen base, and then takes home on a throwing error or fielding error. I don't know which one, but either way, Callie scores, and Talon's going to be the batter now.
Up next for the Lady Eagles, number 12, Talon Lawrence.
So 8-0 is the score here in the bottom of the first. Talon takes the first pitch. It's outside for ball 1. Sydney holds it first. Another pitch outside, ball 2.
A little bit of update, Corey, on the baseball team of Vilonia. Traveled down to Maumelle with a lot of riding on the line here in the second inning. Vilonia's up 7-1. Josh Abbott on the mound also hit a bomb earlier in the game.
I like it. So both Eagles teams having success against the Hornets of Maumelle. That's a gap. That is a gapper. Sid's gonna come all the way around home to score easily, and Coach Sullivan's gonna hold Talon up at second. That means we're gonna get to see Brooke Crisp, and we have another timeout from the Maumelle coach. He's gonna change pitchers here. So Brooks going out there to second to be the courtesy runner. Juju is going to be the batter. And, yeah, so while the Maumelle pitcher's warming up, we'll talk about the track a little bit. Yeah, boys and girls both won the track meet in dominating fashion yesterday. I mean, it wasn't even close. Honestly speaking, by the time the field events were over, the track meet was pretty much over before we even got to the. I mean, it was. What's the old saying? It was all over but the crying.
Yeah,
that was pretty much how the track meet went yesterday. Boys and girls both just completely dominant. Both teams had some performances yesterday that, you know how the track coaches do. They know what their times are throughout the season. They see what the other schools' times are, and they kind of predict. All right, we're going to place in this event. We're going to qualify in this event. We're not going to qualify.
Yeah.
We had a couple of different performances qualify yesterday, both boys and girls, that they weren't even anticipating placing in the top 8, and then they qualified for state.
Awesome.
So, yes, that was Raylyn Stone, right? Oh, Linzer. Okay, the boys, right. That would be a very high pole vault. Yeah, Raylyn Stone won the girls' pole vault as a freshman at 9-0, and then Carson Linzer, a freshman for the boys, you said broke the school record? Broke the school record in the pole vault at 14.6.
Wow.
Now batting number 32, Julie Johnson.
Corey, is a track conference considered the same as far as basketball, as far as softball and everything there?
Yes, yeah, it was all the same schools.
Okay.
Now, Clarksville is not very big on track. They didn't bring a very big contingent, but all the other schools did. Second place himself than 3 schools. He almost beat Greenbrier by himself. They had 56.
What all did he do?
He did long jump, triple jump, high jump, long jump, triple jump, high jump, 200 and 100. They pulled him from one event yesterday. He was cramping or something. So
surely not.
Yeah, yeah. He did 6 events because the maximum's 10. I know he did a 6th event, but I can't remember what it was. So yeah, he was pretty solid yesterday.
Julie Johnson takes a ball inside, hits her on the arm. She's all right. She takes her base. We got runners on first and third with 2 outs, with Gracie Kimbrell up to bat with a score of 9-0.
And I never brag on her because I just don't do it. But Callie went up there and expecting to qualify in state in triple jump, got 5th, so she didn't qualify. But she did jump her best jump she's ever jumped yesterday.
Good.
But the impressive thing was she went up there not expecting to really do much in long jump and won conference in long jump and qualified for state subsequently.
In the long jump.
Yeah, in the long jump. And I mean, she's been doing long jump, but it just wasn't her. You know, that just wasn't her. This wasn't her number 1 event.
Yeah.
So
it's not like the freshman's going to step up and really give us some points for getting ready for state tournament.
Oh yeah, definitely. We had Laney White and Lauren Patterson both do very well for the girls track team as freshmen. Caitlin Oldie competed. Oh gosh, Shelby Duncan competed very well. Ashlyn Cash won the discus as a freshman in conference. Brandy Rotman qualified for triple. She's actually the one that beat Callie out for triple jump. So hey, if you're going to get beat out, at least it's by one of your own teammates.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying anything bad. I'm happy for Brandy, and so is Callie. 100%. We just want to go win an overall state championship. Is what we're looking for.
It's a team sport. Everybody's got to do their part, do their job, and very happy for the track program. The guys do the coaches do a fantastic job. And, a lot of schools don't take track serious, but Vilonia does.
Definitely. And you can't say enough good about Coach Stout or Coach Stewart, either one. And I mean, that goes right down into the junior high ranks to Coach Cron and Coach Stevens. And then you got Coach Clark helping out and Coach what's his name? Cooper. Coach Cooper. Sorry, Coop. But, yeah, Coach Cooper helping out as well. So, excellent set of coaches.
Leading off for Maumelle, number 17, Reagan Wortman.
Did you say 17 girls qualified yesterday? So, yeah, and then we had several that were pre-qualified. So, Excellent job. Back to softball. Gracie Kimball, first pitch, strike. And she has been, even the pitches that she's missed with thus far have been really, really close. So she's really showing command of her pitches today. And I think that call right there probably is a sympathy call, if you will, because that's in a tight game, he's gonna want the batter swing at that. I think he's gonna call that a strike. Now that one misses low, so Gracie's behind 2-1 now.
We talk about it every game, but what do you know about these officials here, Corey?
Van, seen him all over the place forever and ever. He's been umping as long as I can remember.
Okay.
So he's a very seasoned official. Does a great job, and I can't think of Van's last name to save my life.
Halen?
No, not Eddie Van Halen, but and it's not Van Stumen either. That's the other one I come up with. But anyways, Van Stumen's a basketball official though. So anyways, and then Alan Poe out there in the field, and we've had Alan down here at Vilonia several times. Today is Reagan Wortman draws the walk.
Now batting number 15, Kyla Allen. Courtesy runner into the game, number 2, Kaylin Prophet.
So, number 2, Kyla Allen is the batter for the the Hornets. So were you up here last year when I called them the Bulldogs over the deal in the pregame introductions? I was up here and I was getting ready to call out the starting lineups over the PA system, and I said, now the starting lineup for the Maumelle Bulldogs. Everybody just kind of looked at me. I said, I'm sorry, I mean the Hornets. So Connor used to play tournament baseball, and there's a baseball organization called the Maumelle Bulldogs. So I don't have that stuck in my head for some reason. I also can pass along, well, I can't say 100% for sure, but we are efforting the possibility of broadcasting the state track meet. Erie to Johnson to Hinesley, not in time. So we get the lead runner, but the turn is not quite in time to get to. Yeah, we're working on trying to broadcast the state track meet. We're not going to do the full set of field events or the prelims. We're going to start the broadcast just prior to the running finals, and hopefully have some video clips of the Vilonia participants in all of the field events to show throughout the day and talk about them. Field events are just far too spread out at a track meet.
I would say so. If you're going to broadcast, that's about 10 hours of coverage right there that you'd have to go to the bullpen to get somebody else to help you out right there.
Well, and not even the length of time, which would be a monumental task in itself. But I mean, I've never been to Magnolia where the state track meet is, so I don't know what their layout is. But I know at Harrison, the shot put pit was about 250 yards behind the press box at the football field. So there's no way to get a camera on it or anything.
Binoculars.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
Spotters.
So anyways, we've got an extended conference out here. Oh, I know what's going on. Coach Sullivan is asking if we can get the other out because the runner going into second did not slide. And yet again, he has not been successful in that argument. I agree with him 100%. You're supposed to get down, but I don't think you're going to get that. I don't think you're going to get that call.
Especially on a day like today.
State tournament, maybe.
Yeah.
So Micah Matthews, first pitch to her, she swings and misses at the high heat from Kimbrell, and that's strike 1.
Foul tip right there for strike 2. Ball a little low right there. Runs 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Okay. The Maumelle head coach's name is Jared White.
Jared White.
Coach White. That was texted in just a bit ago.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Ball a little low right there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on first. Eagles up 9-0. Top of 2.
Grounder back to Kimbrell. Throws to Erie, and it's behind her. So everybody's safe on the throwing error there. And the batter's now going to be number 7, Kyra Bailey.
Now batting number 7, Kyra Bailey.
1 out, 2 runners on. Vilonia leading 9-0.
First pitch a little low. 1 ball, no strike. Little update here, how things have changed. We was up 9 to, I believe, 7-2 a few minutes ago. Now it's 9-9.
Wow.
At Maumelle. Got a barn burner going down there.
Yeah, it went from a
7-1. It was 7-1.
Jeez.
Now we're at 9-9.
That escalated quickly.
That snowballed pretty quick.
Maybe errant pitch there from Kimbrell, and both runners move up. I'm thinking we should do everything we can to work in every anchor man quip we can. I do not believe you. Coach Morris wants a timeout, and
looks like a little bit of a lack or a loss of focus right here, Corey. I know for a pitcher to go sit for 20 minutes and see what's going on out there, and you're up 9 to nothing. The pitcher's mentality, you got to pitch like it's 1-1 or you're tied at all times. And pitching's a mental deal. And I think that she'll get calmed down, and they'll talk, and she'll come back and fill the zone up. We'll get out of this inning.
Right. You make a good point about focus, and I mean a game like this where your offense comes out and puts 9 runs up, and the other team really hasn't even threatened until right now to get a runner in scoring position. It'd be easy to lose focus. So good point there, and hopefully that's what Coach Morris had to say when he got out there to the circle. So 2-1 count to Bailey. Kimbrell deals. It's called strike outside corner. Evens the count up at 2-2. Maumelle yet to have a hit in the inning. It
was an error and a walk.
An error and a walk. Swing and bunt. And Talon's got no play, so Maumelle's going to score their first run of the game. Somebody needs to be helping her out there, telling her 1-1-1. I'm not sure exactly who that would be, but anyways, somebody needs to help her out with that. Because that runner was going to get home. She couldn't make that tag. We didn't have the bag covered just yet, so the runner was going to get there. Their only chance was at first. We've got a little different view of it than everybody else does, though. So Krebs fouls the first pitch off down the right field line. It's out of play.
Well, low and in right there for a 1-1 count. 1 out.
Called strike inside corner. It's a good pitch from Kimbrell. Brings the count to a ball and 2 strikes. I'd like a double play ball here. Something right up the middle that Erie or Johnson can take by themselves. Another foul ball out of play down the right side. Count remains 1-2.
If this was slow pitch softball, that foul ball, she would be out, Corey.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Remember those days?
I do. Slow roller to Beatty. She throws it over to Hinesley. That's out 2, but the Hornets are going to score another run. Makes the score 9-2.
Now batting number 11, Jahada Johnson.
So Jahada Johnson is the batter. This would be one of those, if Alan was here, I'd have to get him to practice it with me. Huh? You know I'm messing with you. I know he ain't watching anyways because he's running a softball tournament right now.
Where's he at? Where's he putting it on at?
Greenbrier. It's the Hartness Roberts Scholarship softball tournament.
Runs through the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday tournament.
I think it's just Friday and Saturday. Strike out to end the inning, and we're going to play a little Miley Cyrus. How about?
All right, since we're in between innings right here, Corey, what do you know about Alma or Harrison? Because we're going to be playing either one. So
Alma and Harrison, very similar. So the game that was at Alma, the Alma won 6-5. The game was at the. So they did a little different over there. They played home and homes instead of doubleheaders. So the game that was at Alma, Alma won 6-5. The game that was at Harrison, Harrison won 1-0. Now Harrison's overall record. Stiffer than what the competition level that Harrison plays. You know, Harrison's kind of buried up there in far north Arkansas. It's a long ways to anywhere, so they ultimately end up playing a little lesser schedule than like Alma, who's right there. You got Greenwood close by. You got Clarksville, Morrilton. It's not that far on up to Farmington or some places like that. So they get an opportunity to play a little bit stronger schedule.
I kind of did a little bit of research on Harrison. I have a lot of time today. They have a sophomore pitcher that's thrown pretty much all their innings this year. Got some good numbers, good hitter overall. I don't recall her name right offhand, but did a good job for them.
For your Lady Eagles, number 20, Faith Johnson.
Little baseball update, Corey. Eagles up 11-9. Josh has hit another home run, so he has hit a 2-run home run for 2 on the day.
Holy moly. That's a lot of scoring in a baseball game.
A lot of scoring.
So it's a reminder of and then it will be Kenna. Faith hits a little nubber out there. Excellent play by Adebayo, the short.
With Paige played with her daughter a few years ago.
Marley,
She is a good athlete. Sunday is a super nice guy, very approachable.
That was one of those, the first couple of times I was around him, it was back when Carly was still playing softball. And Zoe, his daughter, she was actually a year older than Carly in softball, but with, that year where you're the younger group. Anyways, we played them quite a bit. And the first couple of times I saw him, and I said, "Hey, that's Sunday Adebayo." And people were like, either who is that, or no, after I told them, "No way." And I said, "Yeah, it's him." Good rip by Mara. That's going to get down for a base hit in center field. She has a single. That brings up Kenna Beatty with one of the best walk-up songs of the season. That'd be "No Sleep Till Brooklyn" by the Beastie Boys.
You don't realize how big some of those previous basketball players are.
Oh yeah.
When you go over there and look, he's a huge man. He's large.
He's a mountain of a man, if I must say so.
Mountain of a man.
Yeah. The first time I ever came to that realization, I don't remember if I was a sophomore in high school or junior in high school. Anyways, somewhere along in there, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes took a group of us up to a Razorback game in Fayetteville. The Razorbacks were playing Alabama, and this is before any of the stadium expansion. Before it was Donald W. Reynolds, it was just Razorback Stadium. So they just had the two sides, nothing in the end zones. So where the FCA students sat was basically like these bleachers here at the softball field they had put up in the north end zone, just behind it. So awesome seats. So we're sitting there. To get to the bathrooms, the concession center, whatever, you actually had to walk around the edge of the end zone, down the sideline, and up these stairs and go into there and whatever. So me and a buddy of mine, I'll tell you, I don't, he's not going to care. He's probably not watching either. Anyways, John Hooten is there. So me and John go up to the restroom or go to the concession stand or something. Well, when we come back down, there's really nobody policing you, making sure you're going back to the bleachers. So what do you think we did? We just walked right into the sideline with all the Razorback football players. And that's when I realized how huge those guys were. I mean, they are massive.
Yeah.
You have no clue till you're standing amongst them. But we quickly got escorted off the sideline.
Now batting number 4, Kylie Linton.
So there was no chance that they thought y'all were Razorbacks as well?
Well, we were we were hoping to blend in, like maybe we were some recruits or some walk-ons or something. No, one of the graduate assistants or somebody, we didn't know who he was. He just comes down there and goes, "Hey, where are y'all supposed to be sitting?" We're like, "We're supposed to be standing here." And he goes, "You better tell me where you're supposed to be sitting right now." We're like, "Right over there." And he's like, "All right, I'm going to tell you what. Y'all get back over there in your seats, and I won't say anything to security, but don't come back over here on the sideline with us." Yes, sir. But for approximately 2.5 minutes, we were Arkansas Razorback football players. In our own
I
minds,
can see
anyways.
it.
Yeah,
I can see it. Kennebeatty had a walk, stole second base, got runners at second and third with Kylie Linton up to bat with 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. And update on the baseball, Vilonia Eagles now up 13-9. We've got a slow pitch softball game going on at Maumelle right now.
They're probably to the point that they're letting them be out on the extra foul after strike 3.
Probably redos.
Yeah, they may be stepping in the box with a 1-1. Linton pops up a bunt right back to the pitcher. The pitcher has it, and that's going to be out number 2 of the inning.
Now batting number 10, Callie Erie.
So Erie will bat for her 3rd time. Eagles have scored. I got to get that up on the board. It's 10-2 now. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. That's a good pitch there. A little curveball. It caught that front corner of the plate and got out of there. I'd throw that one again if I was her.
This girl stepped in and done her a good job. Yeah. Got a little movement on it, left-handed, a little different look.
Kelly takes that pitch upstairs for ball 1 and evens the count up at 1-1.
15-9, Eagles are winning.
Holy calzone.
Somebody's ERA is shot.
I'm going to say everybody's ERA is shot at this point.
Look at the gap in the right center, Corey.
I love it. That's got 4 bases written all over it.
Ooh.
Swings and pops it up over the backstop for strike 2.
Earned run average.
It's
The number one measurement that they use to see how good a pitcher is at getting outs rather than letting runs score.
think she's going to be slapping with 2 strikes or still swinging. She's still swinging. She's going to right field, but that's going to hook out a play. She's going to get to see another pitch. She's kind of early there.
A little early.
If I were her, I would have brought out that bigger bat instead of the smaller one. But I ain't her and she ain't me.
But you bought them. You paid for both of them, though,
I
didn't you?
did pay for both bats.
Okay.
I was actually talking to Alan about that today. I said, here in a couple weeks I may have 2 really good bats for sale. She won't need them where she's going. They supply all the bats.
So they supply everything there?
Yeah.
All sizes, whatever you need?
Whatever you
'em.
need. We were told that the bats are all team bats.
Okay.
So they just they take a poll and find out, who needs what sizes and make sure they got plenty of what you need. But when you walk the door, they're going to issue you, I can't remember if you said 2 or 3 fielding gloves, batting gloves, helmet, practice gear, holding all of it. Because I said, what do I need? And he said, nothing. I said, that's what I'm talking about.
Cal Erie takes one in the arm, hit her arm guard, so she is fine. Takes first base, and I'm sure the second pitch that she will be on second base. Looks like they're having a pitching change. They're going back to the original pitcher. I thought this pitcher corps did a good job.
I was going to say right up until she hit Callie, but
it wasn't that far in.
No.
It hit her.
Callie crowds the plate, and when you wear that elbow guard, you're not scared to get in there a little tighter even. Matter of fact, you were talking about some of the umpires in the travel ball. There's been multiple times in travel ball that she's been hit by pitches, and they called it strikes and made her stay in the box because they said she was leaning out over the plate. Now, I had my questions about how valid that was, but still, it just goes to show you.
You paid your money to get in, so you had a right to question what's going on.
True that.
So
I didn't say anything, but go ahead.
Back to the UCA thing. So let's say that she's issued X amount of bats. If you want to hit on the side and take them away, can you do that, or are you supposed to? How does that work? You don't hit extra.
So basically, they've got the same setup that we have here. They've got an indoor hitting facility, and the girls know how to access it, and they have access 24/7. And it's if your dad wants to come up there and help you, or if you want to ask one of the coaches to be around, they'll help you.
Okay.
Some of the other players will come up there and meet up and hit. So basically the same thing.
Okay.
You got access to what you need. Now I know that sometimes freshmen are still young enough to play another season of travel ball. I don't know about taking one of the team issued bats and going and playing that. But
it's going to be a big change. She starting to get excited, starting to look forward to it.
Oh yeah, she is. She's still looking forward to finishing out this season for sure. Sydney hits a fly ball out to center field. That's going to get down beyond the outfielders. Erie's going to score all the way from. She didn't steal a base, did she? Score all the way from first. Sid's in there with a double, and Kenna Beatty scored as well, and that brings up Talon Lawrence.
We pulled 2 out of that one right there?
I believe we did. Did we score 2, ladies?
Now batting number 12, Talon Lawrence.
First pitch called strike. Swinging strike. Did I miss it?
No.
Called strike?
No, I'm getting harassed up here by some girls that tell me I was wrong.
That's what I zoned out a little bit on your harassment. I was about ready to have to take up for you there for just a second.
Yeah. This is an anti-bully press box. Nats, I'm going to say ugly things.
Talon behind 0-2 after the foul ball. Swings it a pitch. little high, pops it up behind the plate, and the catcher actually catches it 2 times.
And the pitcher's saying thank you on that right there. Did you see her?
I did not see her, but that is
She
all
saying
excellent.
thank you for that. But good for her. You hate it for Talon to get out on that right there, but she'll get another bat soon.
Anything else we were supposed to talk about between innings? Whoa, the score is not 910-2, although it seems like it. It's actually only 12-2. My mistake. We talked about track. We've talked about baseball and the slugfest they got going on down there. We've butchered the implications that this game has on the softball standings because we really have no clue. What else?
Well, weather.
Weather's great.
Weather is great. You look like you've been working out. I can tell.
Oh yeah,
you're looking very nice today.
I appreciate that. Old PK in the circle. Paige Kelly comes out to pitch this inning. I like that. We can say that the state tournament is definitely in Harrison. If the Eagles are fortunate enough to win their game on Monday, that'll put them in the state tournament. And then they'll be playing for seeding in the state for the rest of the week next week. I looked at the bracket a little bit. It's actually a favorable matchup this year. We're matched up with the South. So
DeQueen.
Yeah, DeQueen's going to be the number 1 down there by far, but everybody else is kind of off. There's no other. DeQueen is the only team I think that has a chance coming out of the South to challenge for anything, and they're down. They should be down this year. So
the record's pretty good. I looked at the record. I know, like we talked about earlier, there's Harrison being that far north, DeQueen being that far south, not all teams in that area. Just not knowing who they play, but the record, stats and stuff look good. And they're traditionally have a pretty good team.
Oh, yeah, and DeQueen's coached well, so, I mean, they're not going to be a pushover. I wasn't saying that.
I didn't take it that way.
So, they'll be a formidable opponent. And, really and truly, before whatever day that was that we played Greenbrier, I've lost complete track of time. I said Friday. Today's Friday. What day was that?
Tuesday.
It was Tuesday? Okay. Before then, I would have said that it would be Greenbrier's state tournament to lose. However, and I'm not slighting Greenbrier because they can certainly swing the bats, but, I mean, we went over there and played them a super competitive game, and I'm going to say the 5A is pretty well wide open. Now, Farmington is thinking they've got a pretty good shot at it, and that may very well be true. Nobody's really seen Farmington, so
we've seen them in the tournament. Traditionally, they're a solid team.
Correct.
I don't think they've got just somebody that's just going to blow you away, but they're just well coached. They're just a solid bunch, from top to bottom. I agree with you. Greenbrier, Farmington. I keep saying Valley View. I don't know if they've played anybody, but they've got a pretty good record. They're up there in the max preps.
Yeah, Valley View, same thing. They lost a lot from last year's state runner-up, right?
Runner-up.
Yeah,
DeQueen beat them in the championship.
So they lost a lot, as did DeQueen. I mean, DeQueen lost a lot. And I'm not saying that teams can't rebuild, but, I mean, you look at DeQueen, they started something ridiculous like it was 6+ seniors.
Yeah.
Including the pitcher who pitched every inning of the state tournament. So, I mean.
And did a good job.
Yeah, Josie Vaught, excellent pitcher. It's just hard for me to believe that they're as good as their record indicates, and Max Prep just basically ranks people off of records. There's an algorithm that runs, but.
Now batting number 21, Zoe Adebayo.
It's an algorithm that they run somehow off of your wins and your losses, and then the wins and losses of the teams that you've won and lost to, and anyways, that's how they develop their rankings, and they're fairly accurate. In most cases. Now, there were times last year where we were ranked, I think at one point we were ranked number 2 overall in the whole state of Arkansas.
Yeah.
And we see how it all played out. I don't think we were that caliber of a team last year. Ground ball back to Paige, and she gets the out at first. But so anyways, there's some flaws with that, but there are with any type of ranking list, no doubt about it.
Now batting number 13, Reagan Pierce.
So I don't know. I actually think I know Valley View has the better record and is ranked higher, but I really and truly think Greene County Tech's going to be the better team coming out of the East. Every year they show up at the state tournament. I've been attending the state tournament pretty religiously for the past 4 years,
yep.
and every year Greene County Tech. Did something happen?
Had a baby fall.
Oh no. Anyways, every year Greene County Tech. What happened?
Carry on.
Well, I totally missed it.
The baby is fine. The baby's crying.
I was looking at the hurt baby. What happened on the field?
Pop up to shortstop.
All right. Anyways, every year Greene County Tech shows up and surprises somebody.
There's some team like that every year that gets hot.
Yeah.
You know, they get in there and they got a mentality. They just get in there and get it done.
Hey, the year that Vilonia and Greenbrier played for the state championship,
yeah.
Greene County Tech had them beat. I mean, I'm talking about had them down 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning, and somehow Greenbrier pulls that win out. I watched it. It was ridiculous.
Batting number 15, Kyla Allen. Courtesy runner into the game, number 2, Kaylin Profit.
So we're going to have a defensive substitution. Jordan Alexander is in for Kylie Linton in right field.
So we got 2 outs. Runner on first. Had a substitution. Jordan Alexander going to be in right field. Need to fill the zone up here and get ahead.
Whose baby fell, by the way? I didn't mean to completely just jump over that. Okay, first pitch is up and away. It's a ball. They check for the swing. Field umpire says no. She didn't go.
We have got all types of stuff going on around the court.
Man, I've got my focus is divided 3 different ways. I'm on the ball game. I'm on Coach Sullivan over here on the sideline and what's going on with that situation, and then I got the crying baby that fell out of the chair, and
then we're also talking about Greene County Tech.
True.
We've got them going on.
Yeah,
they're distracting. That's why we get paid the big bucks.
Though Greene County Tech. I'm still mad at them because we had to forfeit a football game to them.
Our only win.
Oh, no, remember there was always Clarksville.
Oh, okay. 1 ball, 2 strikes right here.
You know, hey, and we haven't talked about Paige. She's come in here. She's filling the zone up and, doing a good job. We got 2 outs here. Only allowed 1 run. And I'm not so sure that 1 run wasn't necessarily not her fault, if you know what I'm saying. But my attention was completely divided there at that point. So
yep.
That's a close pitch there. It's called a ball. I like the location. Another good pitch there. Curveball running away from the batter. She gets a piece of it and fouls it straight back into the backstop.
If you could throw a changeup for a striker, here's to swing out of her shoes. But do you nickel and dime and try to get her, or just you're ahead this much, just pound the zone?
I'm going to throw it down the middle and take my chances. Just like that.
Ground ball back up to Page. Makes the play at first base. Give up 1 run right there. 12-3. Going to the bottom of 3. I'd like to score about 5 right here and call it a game.
Yes, sir. Me too.
Tomorrow night is the basketball banquet. We'll have that tomorrow night, senior high basketball banquet at Friendship.
Friendship? Okay.
Starts at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. So,
what's the order of events? You guys got a keynote speaker, or what's going on?
you know, I should. I know I don't.
So basically, what you're telling me is you know just enough to be dangerous, and we're going to leave it at that.
You didn't. There's no need to go that far with it, but yes.
I like it. I like it.
Leading off the inning for your Lady Eagles, number 32, Julie Johnson.
And the first pitch hits Johnson in the ankle bone.
Didn't seem like it hit her square, because if you get hit in the ankle square,
True,
you're going to kick her around for a good while.
Up next for your Lady Eagles, number 25, Gracie Kimbrell.
So Kimbrell bats after Juju is hit by the first pitch. Faith's on deck. Juju's going to go get her a stolen bag.
You know, the catcher right then threw that from her knees and was pretty effective right there.
Is it the same catcher that's been catching the whole game?
I don't know. You got a point.
17, I think. Okay. That one's way outside for ball 2. Gracie hits a one-hopper to the third baseman. She throws to first. First baseman can't hang on to it. Julie rounds third. She's going to score, and Gracie's going to stop at second base. So the Eagles lead it by a score of 13-3 now. I got the inning all jacked up. We're going to have a courtesy runner, or no? Nope.
Up next for the Lady Eagles, number 20, Faith Johnson.
So Faith bats. Gracie's going to run for herself. This is actually the bottom of the third inning. Faith rips one into center field. That is deep, and it's going to one-hop the fence. It's going to score Gracie from second. Faith's going to hold at second. And Marley will be the batter now. 14-3, Lady Eagles lead it.
For your Lady Eagles, number 14, Marley Hinsley.
So Marley's going to bat, and then Kenna. First pitch called strike, catches the outside corner. Marley hits that one on the ground in the 5-6 hole. Good stop by Adebayo, but Hinsley beats it out. Good hustle by her to get down the line. Faith moves over to third, and Kenna Beatty's going to be the batter.
That was a good play. Shortstop goes in the hole, got a strong arm, made a good throw. She's a player.
Showed good arm strength, too.
Now batting number 6, Kenna Beatty.
Kenna asked for time as Coach Sullivan calls out a play late. Now the catcher asks for time. She's going to sign defensive signals to the defense. I don't know that I've ever seen that in softball. Yeah, that's a baseball move. Usually coaches just call it from the bucket. Kenna swings at the first pitch, fouls it straight back. That's strike one. No outs. That's accurate, isn't it? Are we
no
right?
outs?
No outs? Okay, good.
I'm tired of them questioning me down there. Tell them to quit questioning what I'm doing down here.
Game. What do we got going on there?
It is still 2 outs in the bottom of the third, and last it was like 15-9. I'm just trying to get an update right now.
Wait a minute. Okay, so
yes,
let's back this truck way up. Kenna hits a rip down the left field line. That gets down for a base hit. Marley's going to come around from first, trying to get into third. She's going to slide in there safely, and Kenna has her a double. That will bring up Jordan Alexander.
Batting for the Lady Eagles, number 2, Jordan Alexander. I don't think so. It's either them or
I just told you. Yeah, because it's not religion, but like they are religious. Yes, but like Christian denomination.
Corey, I just got word we've got one of our favorite fans listening, Stacy Simpson.
Stacy Simpson. She's the one who texted in Coach White's last name to me, actually.
She is she's one of our biggest fans. She listens to us all the time, and you know, she knows that we've got potential, and we're probably going to ESPN somewhere in there.
We honestly,
yes, Stacy, we'll take you along.
I was going to say we might should hire her to be our like our negotiator for our contracts. She's rather tenacious at times.
Oh, good friend. Worked with her for a good while, known her forever. I used to always, when she worked at Pee Wee Gate, I would always pay her with lint from my pocket.
Well, that was
pennies.
That was one of my favorite things at the end of the base hit by Alexander. Hops over the first baseman's glove. Good job by her. 2 runs are going to score, and that is a 17-3. Maumelle's coaches were up wanting to shake hands. They're ready to get out of it. So Erie's going to have the chance to be the final batter potentially. So Stacy is like, she's my right-hand gal on the Pee Wee basketball. Has been for a long time. Helps me out so much that I don't recognize it near enough for that. So Stacy, thank you if I don't ever say it enough. But that was always one of my favorite things at the end of the day was going and finding out what you had paid with. She was like, well, he had silver dollars this time. He had a chip off a gold bullion bar.
I think there were times I tried to pay with like tokens from a car wash.
Oh man, good times.
Yes,
good times.
Are you Pee-weed out, or you got another year or two?
Well, I'm gonna go one more.
The money is just too good to walk away in it.
Well, basically, let me get Callie up to the plate here, and then I'll tell you my story.
For the Lady Eagles, number 10, Callie Erie.
So basically, I helped Billy Sal coach his youngest boy, Ace.
Yep.
And he'll be in the 6th grade next year, so I'm definitely going to see it through that. Jordan's still second. Nobody was even covering it because Erie showed the bunt, and they just went to their bunt coverage.
I think she's trying to catch Paige on stolen bases.
She better cut that out.
So carry on.
So anyway, since I'm going to be up there anyways with that, I thought, hey, I'll do it one more go around, and then I might retire.
Yeah.
But I got to get Stacy to agree to take it over, and she ain't done that yet.
She'll do a fantastic job.
I guess I could just drop it in her lap. So here you go, sis.
Could.
Erie with the base hit through the 5-6 hole. Jordan's going to try to score and end the game. Throw to the plate is not going to be on line, and Erie has the walk-off base hit. That will do it for the varsity game here, as the Eagles win at 18-3 in through 3 innings. Yeah, I don't even feel I feel too bad to even play. All I do is win at this moment.
I think so. You know, but you look at the game, Corey. It was a blowout, but the girl, you needed that after getting beat twice at Greenbrier the night to have these girls come out and hit the ball, throw strikes. 2 pitchers got in this game right here, so great job for them. I still will not understand how you play double headers for a majority of your conference, and all of a sudden, well, we're just going to play one. I don't understand how that works. But I'm not complaining. I just don't understand how you're going to get your right seatings, et cetera, with that. So.
I don't know. And, you know, if what the girls were telling us was accurate and the best we could do was be a number 3 anyway, no matter, you know, win or lose tonight, well then, I mean, you know, I guess I can kind of see it. They are pulling the bases. I guess we're going to drag before the JV game. So we're going to sign off here. We're kind of having some struggles. I don't think we're going to put the JV game up tonight. I think we'll just make sure we get everybody called up to the plate properly and play their walk-up music in the stadium, because it's also the JVers' most likely last chance to see action this year, barring some kind of big, you know, blowout win in the conference or state tournament. So we're going to take care of them in the stadium. I'm not going to take the chance of trying to run another broadcast with all the problems we had. So, Kobe, I guess our next time we're going to be together will be Monday night, and I I have no idea where.
Let's just show up somewhere.
Let's. Yeah. Well, I think we probably should have hung us a state map over here on the wall. Just threw darts at it.
Chuck Dovish has traveled to Arkansas.
Right.
Let's do it.
So we'll be back with you Monday night, somewhere in the state of Arkansas. Could be here. If I understand correctly, it's either going to be here or Harrison. So we'll figure that out at another date, and we'll be with you live with softball action, no matter where it is. So, Kobe, appreciate you as always.
You bet. Enjoyed it.
And we will sign off with that. Lady Eagles win it 18-3 in 3 innings.